Street is about the Rebels sequel series as it was, the proposed animated series that it could have been has been canned in favour of live action.
Well, the one I saw was
that's
is that the
disappointing.
one where it's like Ahsoka would have took the live action Ahsoka is taking that spot? Is that the one you're on about? Yeah. I
So
saw that.
there wasn't any details around this Rebels season 2, was there?
No,
Not really any stories it was going to tell or the characters it might focus around.
I mean, it was just assumed to be Ahsoka and Sabine looking for Ezra.
So just going with your thought here, so it's partly because Ahsoka did so good in The Mandalorian.
The word on the
like...
street that it's that Favreau convinced Filoni to take it live action rather than animated during the course of Mandalorian. And I think there's some truth in it because that's what I imagine that the Ahsoka live action series is going to be about.
Yeah, I do too. And there's just still no update on a season 2 of Rebels, you know what I mean?
No, and it's like, if it is true, then I'm a tiny bit upset about it because I feel like it's a story thread that should be completed in animation because that's where it started.
And I'll just I always feel this like Star Wars in live action, of course, is where Star Wars came from, but you can tell some really good stories in animation that just don't work in live action. It's like the whole comic book thing we just had a discussion. Now the stuff you can do in comics you can't do in live action. And I just feel like I'd love to be able to see Ahsoka, do the shit that she does and whatever stories they want to tell.
Yeah.
And without looking at it like, oh, that doesn't look as good as it could.
Wouldn't you rather have Ashley's Ahsoka and Tia's Sabine find Taylor's Ezra rather than Rosario's Ahsoka and whoever would play Sabine in live action find whoever would play Ezra in live action?
Exactly, yeah. I would personally. And it feels unfair, it feels unfair to the voice cast.
Because Katie Sackhoff looks enough like Bo, then there's not as much of a disconnect there.
Exactly, yeah.
As there is, say, between any other character really that has two distinct looks.
Because like Katie voiced Bo in the animated stuff, so that transition makes the most sense. But like if you take Tia Sircar, for example, she doesn't look like Sabine, so she couldn't reasonably play her in live action, I don't think.
But then again, you could just get Sabine's voice actor to do her in live action and say, you could just then say, well, this is her.
You could.
But people would say stuff about it, but then again, you could just say that. Like
there would be us continuity purists who would be like, well, this isn't an accurate translation.
No, But it's like saying, it's like the sort of disconnect between how old characters are supposed to be at a certain point. Like, for example, Obi-Wan in the prequels versus Obi-Wan in, say, A New Hope or something. It's like, how did he age that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's that sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, and they try to like explain it away in universe, but it just still feels a bit tacked on.
I don't know if you lot sort of watched or like paid attention to the X-Men movies as long as, say, other people, but like
I've watched them all.
When they started doing the prequely ones with the younger versions of the characters, and it's like, well, Magneto is what's his name, Michael Fassbender in the 80s, but in the 90s he's Ian McKellen. So how do you get from somebody as old as Michael Fassbender, who's like what 40s, to Ian McKellen,
he's 40s,
to Ian McKellen, who's what nearly in it, who at the time of the first X-Men must have been what 60s, 70s. So you're like, how do you get from somebody that's relatively really young to someone who's nearly ancient? And
well, that would be ultimate timelines.
He is right. That would probably be explained away like that.
Well, it's basically that, isn't it? At this point, it's like, and that's not even getting into what Days of Future Past did and didn't retcon as well.
Yeah.
You're like,
Already?
okay, so they ignore the second one and the third one, but they don't ignore this one. Then you have First Class.
The X-Men timeline makes no sense.
I love Days of Future Past. It's great.
It's great.
But it adds a lot of complex to when you get to like is it actually called Apocalypse? It's just called Apocalypse, right?
X-Men Apocalypse, yeah.
Yeah, so that one is just like, oh my fucking god.
Well, that one's okay. Like, it's better than Dark Phoenix.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Yeah.
Because I don't. Here's probably an unpopular opinion, internet. I don't think Dark Phoenix is actually that bad.
Let me. I
can't unmute him.
So, no, Dark Phoenix is. I'm sorry, mate. Is not good.
I can't unmute him. Oh what have I done?
Did you mute him?
I did, and I can't unmute him.
Do I have to do I have to be a mediator now? Do I have to like communicate between you?
Whoops.
Wait.
Bad.
Look, Anthony, can you speak?
No, because I've muted him, but I can't unmute him.
You've muted him for me as well, you bastard.
You might. Oh.
I think I unmuted myself.
You
Is
did.
that
Oh.
nice one? But no, I didn't mind New Mutants either.
I still haven't watched New Mutants.
Alright.
Every time you say something controversial, you're getting muted.
Yeah, okay.
I haven't watched New Mutants just because it just looks bad. It's like one of those things. I just don't ever have like the hour and a half to dedicate to something that doesn't
But to be
look that
fair,
good.
it's only an hour and a half.
I know, but that hour and a half I could beat my meat 3 more times.
I like how you didn't mute him for saying that.
It's fine.
Hey!
Fuck off. Wait, so Lawrence, have you watched New Mutants?
No.
Oh god. The New Mutants. That wouldn't be on Disney Plus because that's still fucked, right?
Well, Disney, when they bought Fox, Disney were under contract to get that out as a part of the last ditch series of Fox ones.
Yeah, last content
Of that sort of series. So
because
no, probably not, because I don't know where the rights for those films go.
It's not.
No.
I would watch it then, but I'll get around to watching it. But I can't comment on New Mutants. But Dark Phoenix, it was just bored the hell out of me.
Well,
I think like who's the girl from Game of Thrones?
Emilia Clarke? Oh no, Sophie Turner.
Yeah, what?
Sophie Turner?
Sophie Turner.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Sophie Turner. Like
she's good as Jean Grey. Don't get me wrong. Like good, and so's like all the casting is good for the younger characters. I actually like them all. It just wasn't a very well told story for me.
So in terms of what Disney Plus dubs as Marvel Legacy movies, we've got X-Men X2, X-Men Last Stand, Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, X-Men Origins Wolverine, The Wolverine, Days of Future Past, and Dark Phoenix.
That's weird. Where's the X-Men 1? Or was that not under Fox?
X-Men 1 was there, I said that.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear it.
X1, X2, X3, Rise of the Silver Surfer, Origins, Wolverine, Days of Future Past and Dark Phoenix. So they don't have Apocalypse, they don't have Logan, they don't have the first Fantastic Four film, they don't have Fantastic.
Fan 46 complex though. That one I can understand that one. That one's like weird ownership, I'm pretty sure.
It's just strange that they're missing some particular ones.
Yeah,
like
Apocalypse is weird to me.
Where's First Class as well?
And First Class is like, apart from Days of Future Past, obviously, because that one's really good. But like, I feel like First Class is the best X-Men one with all the younger ones in it. Like, you know what I mean? First Class is still one of the better ones.
Yeah. Even though I really like Days of Future Past. I think that one's really good.
Although my favorite X-Men movie is, if it counts, is Logan. Like, because Logan.
No, come on. Give an X-Men like a proper. And I know it is X-Men, but a proper X-Men film. What would that be?
Probably Days of Future Past if it's.
Really? Not X2? X2 is great.
X2. I feel like the best bit, like, I like it, don't get me wrong, but like some of the best scenes in X2, I feel like, are the ones with Nightcrawler in them, especially.
Oh, I love Nightcrawler.
Especially that scene in the White House.
Oh God, it's orgasmic.
It's so good. Do you know, for a minute there, I got X2 mixed up with Last Stand, and I was like, Last Stand is the one that people don't like.
Yeah, the last one.
But somehow the better X-Men movie with Phoenix in it. You know what I mean? Like, because they did it twice, and like Last Stand, I feel like is better, even though it has more plots in it.
Lawrence, what do you think?
I don't know, to be honest. I haven't seen the X-Men films enough times to be able to draw a proper conclusion as to what's the best.
You can give a guesstimation, I guess would be a good word for it.
Gosh, I seriously don't know. Because I enjoyed the first three for what they are. I even like Last Stand. It's not awful. There's some redeeming.
No, it's not awful. And you get the best Juggernaut line. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
Jinx. But yeah, I mean, First Class is good. It's probably my favourite of the young ones. But having said that, I've only seen First Class and Days of Future Past. I tapped out after that. So, and I've got no intentions of watching Apocalypse or Dark Phoenix because
it's fine. There's no point anyway. Like, Marvel's gonna make their own soon. I can't wait for that. By the way, I can't wait for them to do X-Men. I love X-Men.
I have a real soft spot for the Wolverine, and of course Logan is great.
Yeah, Logan's. Yeah.